slash daytime. Normally I don't do this kind of video at night, during the day. I do it at night, just because of what it is. So, hail and welcome, people, and I hope you're all doing well out there in this trying times, weird times. So today's video is microneedling, and it's something I've been wanting to share for you for a while, but unfortunately my editor buggered off down to Kilkenny to see his boyfriend last week, and there was a little bit of delays getting back. So he's back, he's fine, he's going to edit this for you, make it look fabulous, cut out the bits where I babble on nonsense. So here we go. First thing I do, and I have done, is I cleanse my skin. You know, you all know at this stage I use CeraVe. I'm not promoting the brand, I'm not sponsored by the brand, I'm not sponsored by anybody, as you can tell by the amount of subscribers I have. They're pretty low, so come on folks, give it a like, give it a share, subscribe to me, please, 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 please. So it's not, there's no branding here, there's no promotion, it's just things I use. It's my skincare journey. When I started this channel, I wanted to share what I was learning and what I had learned over the past few years, when I suddenly panicked and saw 50 looming in front of me. So I decided, no, I'm going to share this with people. So, you know, ladies, gentlemen, transgender, non-binary, I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter. You know, skin is skin, and our physiology of our skin is pretty similar. Hormones that regulate are a little bit different, but basically it's skin. So it performs the same way. So, first thing I do, don't worry, I have not got COVID-19, I apologise, I have asthma. And I've just taken an inhaler, which I probably shouldn't have done when I came on, but anyway. So first thing I do when I'm doing this is I get my gloves out. I keep my equipment, before and after I use it, I sterilise it with an antibacterial, anti-disinfectant, and I also then give it a wash in rubbing alcohol to take off any kind of nasties from the antibacterial stuff and the disinfectant. So just so, because I'm not rubbing disinfectant into my face. But today I have a little surprise. So this is normally the roller I would use, which as you can see is a 0.3. I hope you can see it there because it's kind of holographic. But trust me, it's a 0.3. So what it is 0.3, okay? So it's a very small dermal roller that I've been using for some time. You might even see a little residual from the alcohol. That's it there, right? So it's very small, little tiny spikes, okay? So today I'm not going to be using that because I did purchase a new one. So I purchased a new one there just after Christmas, I think, and I haven't had a chance to use it. So this is the perfect chance. I bought it off a company I bought this previous one off of. So it comes hermetically sealed and sterilised and everything. So it's absolutely fantastic. So basically what microneedling is, okay? Microneedling is puncturing your skin with tiny small holes, okay? So it's making little holes, little wounds in your skin, from want of a better word, just a way of saying it. Those wounds do two things. A, they allow you to put a product. Today we'll be using, I'm using the Buffet, and I'm using my hyaluronic acid, but I'm also going to be using my different. I'm going to try and get my, because I wouldn't advise this, like if you're using different for the first few months, and your skin isn't any way sensitive, I would not advise doing this. I really wouldn't. It's just my skin and different just love each other so much. It's unbelievable. It's been really doing great things for me. So I'm confident again. My phone. I best turn that on silent. So yes, silent. Don't worry, I've sterilised the phone as well. We're all been very hygiene aware. So basically that's what it does. First thing it does, it makes puncture wounds that allow the products to absorb in slightly deeper in the epidermis, okay? Second thing, and most importantly, what it does is it sends a signal to the body, hey, I've been wounded, I'm in pain, something's happened here, there's lesions, quick, send collagen, send all that good stuff that we need to heal this skin. So the body automatically floods the area with collagen, all sorts of lovely squalene and things like that that your skin makes naturally. So it floods it up there, but collagen being the big one. So it floods it up there, and hey, presto, your skin has a rejuvenating effect. It's been used, and with great results, for wrinkles, which I found brilliant for my forehead wrinkles. I don't know if you can see here. I've kind of gone over as Ellis here, and it's really be good, but here is it still a little bit, so we're going to be doing that today. And I find as well, For here, it's been brilliant. I wouldn't advise you, if you're not confident with this, don't go near your eyes. You know, I'm not encouraging or promoting you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm not an esthetician yet. I'm not a dermatologist, and I'm not a doctor. So please don't go telling everybody that I told you to do this. This is what I do on my skin. It's only my personal opinion, okay? So what I have here is some weird scarring. I'm hoping you can see it, 'cause if I can see it, you can see it. That I got from how I sleep, which is, I told you I do that, I go cuddle up, and I believe it's very cute, but it doesn't produce cute results. I can't speak again. It comes with age, I think. I'm going to particularly today focus two different methods. I'm going to be using a microneedling pen from Dr. Pen, which again stays in its case and is cleaned before and after. So this is Dr. Pen. So I bought Dr. Pen a while ago. This is a fairly decent budget model. It's not anything hugely expensive. You can see here you get the different needle depths. So this is where you adjust your needle. Whereas in the Dermatologist you have to buy different rollers or different heads for your roller shaft. This is what we do here. We adjust it, okay? You don't adjust this till it starts buzzing. So I'll show you that in a moment. I use that for here. I use it for here. It's because it's very concentrated, pointed. You know, to do it all over your face would take hours and a couple of 2 or 3 needle changes. So for me, I just stick to these areas that I really need it, the pen. Okay? So, I do apologise, coughing again, as I said, it's only asthma. It's going to be probably a video with me sneezing profusely, so apologies in advance, okay? This is the one I get off, this is the one I bought off of the same manufacturer I bought my first Derma roller off. So it's Eteruti, I think it's pronounced. So again, not promoting any products here, just that's the one I bought. I decided to go for 3 different sizes this time and an interchangeable shaft. So it's great, you're going to get to see that as well. It comes in a sterilised, pre-packed, you know. So, and I do trust this company, so, but I always have my spraying alcohol on hand anyway, just to be sure, okay? Whoops, just a bit of packaging fell out. So, sorry about that. I have an old bottle of mister, I think it was, I used, and I just keep some rubbing alcohol in that, and I go, and that's it. It just makes sure, you know. So give it a little spray while it's in its packaging. And just turn them over a little bit, roll them over a little bit. Another little spray. Okay, so that's done. So I'm sure they're nice and clean and everything else now at this stage, okay? So I'm going to be using 3 different types of rollers today, okay? I'm going to be using this roller. So this one is, and I'll just get it out, it is a 1mm, okay? So it's 1mm pen. Around my lips I'll be using this, okay? So the 1mm will go around my lips and around my eyes. Then the Derma Pen will go around my forehead. This will go around my forehead as well. And then I'm going to go to the larger 1.5 head, which is here. Get out of the box. Which is here. Okay? So I'll be doing that one then here and under here, because this is where I'm looking to target. It has, I have to say, got substantially better. I am looking at myself. Sorry, guys. It's substantially better since I started the different, but just to target it even more, that's where I'm at, okay? So really where we start is, I'm going to start with the roller because it's probably going to make me sneeze a little less. So here it goes, okay? So it's gentle rolling. I'm not pushing, putting pressure. I'm letting the roller do the thing, okay? And I go up and down a few times, you know, in the area I want. It is painful, you know, so I'd say if you're really, you know, a pussy when it comes to pain, do take an Advil or a Solpadeine or what you call it, Panadol, anything that you work well with for pain relief, okay? So I just do that. I'm very gently, there's no pressure here. The needles will puncture it and they'll do their work, okay? I'm going up here on my eyelids a bit as well, just because I have those droopy eyelids, which as I said are very lovely when you're younger because you're tremendously deep set and they look fabulous. But as you get older, it's not so good because they start to fall. So I do believe if they get, I go in different directions as well. I do believe if they get too heavy, you can have them operated on, okay? So we get to here now, and I pull this back a little bit. This is these, you know, what they call marionette lines, here and here. The nasal or labial folds, not what they call them. I'm trying to remember when I'm learning here. So I go in here, excuse me, now my hands are all over the place. And this is much easier to do when I'm trying not to cover for the camera, you know. And I go in here as well. This is the point where I start to want to sneeze. So, gently rubbing. I'm not putting any pressure on the needle at all. I'm just gently rubbing. The needle's doing its work. The worst thing that happens is your eyes do water and you do want to sneeze, okay? The depth of the needle might be too much for some people, so then start at a 0.3. You know, start at what I originally started with and work your way up if you don't feel comfortable doing that. Much easier to do this because I am right-handed, so much easier to do it on the right. So I just gently pull the skin out of the way and continue there as well. Looks fun, doesn't it? I can see probably half a dozen men squealing at this now, if there are any watching. Now I've done there, as you can see. Sorry, I've been sneezing. This is why I'm editing this profusely. Then I go to here. I particularly have gels, and I do find this absolutely brilliant. This, and I would say the retinoids, i.e. the A313, which was Avibon. The first video I showed you, the A313, made significant differences. And yes, I have been on different. I will show you how to apply different. I will be doing a retinoid video for Saturday night because it's such a huge topic at the moment. And very few, I think, in Ireland actually know about it. So you can see I'm just very gently, you know, whacking away at my skin. So we will be doing a retinoid video and a retin A video, and the difference between retinols and retin A and that kind of stuff. Excuse me again. So I'm on the cheeks here. I go right in. I don't go to the under eye area so much because I don't have huge problems there. Especially been on the A313 and the Adapalene, the different. So again, which I'll explain on Saturday night's video. This is Friday nights to catch you up because my editor's back now. So as you can see, I go there, I go under here, just to get the areas where I'm, you know, where all us ladies of a certain age, us wonderfully mature bottles of wine, we start to droop a little in certain areas. So this is all I'm doing here, is just getting into this. This is with the 1.5, because obviously your skin here and here is a little denser and thicker, so you need a bit more of a needle. So I will continue with this. Now you can see I'm nice and pink. A lot of women at this stage, don't be afraid if you're bleeding a lot. Some of us just bleed more than others. It's just our particular genetics. I am on an aspirin medication because some of you may know I had a stroke 2 years ago. Fine, fully recovered. It was a weird thing. So I don't even bleed too much through this. There's little patches. So don't panic if you see yourself bleeding a lot more than I do. Please, it just is normal. You're not going to bleed to death from this thing, honestly. So now I'm going to go do my neck. This is the part that kills. I'm not going to lie to you, this is sore, even for me. But we got to persevere, ladies. We got to persevere. It's gentle rolling. Don't go killing yourself or inflicting pain, too much pain anyway. You know, pain is gain, but, you know, we don't want to rip the skin. Now, at this point, you can see my neck is fairly red as well. So at this point, because those wounds close on me, they close very quickly. I'm going to get the ingredient that I really want in there, which is different. I probably hear 500,000 people going, you know, but it works fine for my skin. I've had an extremely good experience with adapalene, and it's been so good to me and so kind to me. She says, putting it on her face for the first time after microneedling, but it has. I've had no adverse reactions with it, and I've heard people saying don't put it at the eyes and stuff. So look, if you're in any way afraid, you know, don't. I have very good reactions to it, so it's been really good for me, really, really good, and I've adapted to retinols very quickly, very easily. I think the only time I had that horrible outbreak was in Vilnius when I sprayed perfume on my skin, and it just did react. Yeah, it reacted there, so that's fair enough, you know. So that's any of the skin that I've already done. I put it, now I'm taking tiny bits. I'm not even doing a pea, I'm doing a fraction of a pea, so don't think this is, you know, me going mental. That's what I'm putting on in spots, you know. That's what I'm kind of going, okay, between the two, that's what we're doing, you know, and I'm dotting it round. So what I also do is I have a little, actually, sorry, I'm looking for them. My stuff is here beside me. Very professional. I got these samples of vitamin C. They're Elizabeth Arden. And I got them from the beautiful girl in the chemist, in Boots Chemist. Sorry, branding here, but you know, hey, it's where I got it. In Bloomfield Shopping Centre, and she gave me these and said, please try them, they're brilliant. And I have been trying them. They're in little ampules, which are brilliant because I told you before, vitamin C oxidizes. So this keeps them fairly stable in their container. So, and I keep them somewhere dark as well. So scissors is, don't worry, my cosmetic scissors, so it's not going to be, it's not infected with anything, and it gets washed. So I'm going to pop some vitamin C, which is very good for this, all over. Now we will get to the micro pen. Okay, so we will get to that. We've just a lot to go through today because it is quite a comprehensive treatment. It's a treatment I would not rush. I think if you can take my hyaluronic acid, if you can take some scented candles and some painkillers beforehand, this will just help all this for you. So don't be worried if you get a little stinging from vitamin C or hyaluronic acid. It soon dissipates. I get very tender here, not surprisingly. So don't be shocked by that. I'm just going to put a little bit more under the neck here, the neck area. I go mad with the hyaluronic acid, and I instinctively want to rub my hands and rub the rest in, but I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way when you have gloves on. Okay, so the Derma Pen comes like this, and how it works is, mine is an electric one. Some of them are battery operated. I don't like battery operated things because I forget to charge them. So it comes with this. It doesn't come, interestingly enough, with a plug. It comes with a USB, but somebody who had an iPhone very kindly left this behind, and thank you whoever that was in my house. So now I have a plug. So any power adapter that will take a USB is fine. Okay, now we're going to put the needle in. I buy my needles online at Amazon, so I'll give you the links to all of these things, the pen, the rollers, everything down below, okay? And the vitamin C and the hyaluronic acid that I'm going to be using as well, that I have used and will be using more of. So these are all surgically sealed, so they come out as a once-off use. So you cannot be using these every time. So how I do it is, this is the tricky part, because I find sometimes it pops out again and it doesn't let you, like you have to be quite rough with it to get it in. Now, it's in. It is fiddly, but you'll get it. You have to kind of get it in because it's teed top. It has to be in right, twisted quite firmly. So you do get it. So power button on the front for this one. There we go. Okay. This also tells the speed. It's at this point where I adjust the needle to where I want it to be, and because I'm going through fairly big lines here and fairly deep lines, I go to 2.5 to 3, okay? And then pressing the button, I turn up the speed to max. Unfortunately, this model has no indicator as to what is max. So I'm going to go look at the mirror I have to the side, if you don't mind. But basically what I'm doing is I tend to do this with the deep lines I have. And I tend to just go in. That's it. That's all it is. Much less painful. Although this is the part I do sneeze profusely. Oh, that was ugly. So, you get the idea. I hold out my wrinkles and I go deep into them. And that's it. That's all. You very gently. Not freaking out. Not going mad. Not going too heavy. I don't drag along because I have got a deep needle here. So I've got a deep needle of 2.5, just over 2.5, which you can't drag. If you had smaller needles and you put it down to about 1, you can go over areas a little slower, gently, but not with this side. So I'd say if you're a first time user to this pen, please dab it gently next to each other and move along. Don't do leave that for the dermatologists and skincare and professional beauticians and stuff, just to be on the safe side, okay? So as I said, in there you can see very gently. I don't need to give any more pressure. The needle head is doing all that for me. Okay, into the deeper wrinkles. Hi, as you can see, I've been sneezing profusely, and I've done my forehead lines and my 11s. I have found with the excuse me, I will sneeze again. I have found my lines here are much less, so the different has really made a difference to those there. Again, now when I go to the mouth, this is my favourite part, is because I have a lot of scarring here. Well, it's kind of lining really from the way I sleep, the way I did sleep. I'm trying to be better about that now. So I will go here. And for those of you observant enough, yes, I had another cold sore. I'm having major outbreaks. So I'm now using lysine every single day. I am watching myself on the screen. I do beg your pardon, but I don't want to end up going whoosh, off the way. So I want to make sure I get this right, okay? So you can see it's very gentle. It's not anything, I'm not pressing. The pen does the work. I'm just moving the pen. That's all I'm doing. So that's that. I've finished my forehead. I look like I want to suck your blood. Yeah, I have a thing for blood, if you've noticed on my videos lately. So the different, again, just a teeny little bit around here. Really tiny. I swear to God, I don't go like, look, I don't go crazy. That's my forehead amount. You know, that's it. Little bit on here, I think. I have extremely high tolerance for different. And I also have extremely high tolerance for microneedling. You can sort of tell that by the fact that I don't bleed too much. Here where my skin is thinner and here, that's it. But just even around the eyes I don't bleed. It tells you how thick my skin is. Told you, thick neck, thick skin. The other thing I'm going to put on it, because I have my hyaluronic acid on as well, and my vitamin C. Actually, I forgot hyaluronic acid, my forehead. The hyaluronic acid as well is brilliant for calming it all down a little bit. So lashings of that, please, right? Lashings of that. Pink skin. The other thing I like is a little bit of the buffet. So not too much, just a little. Just a little bit in the thing, in the palm, and all over, and just pat it in, particularly around the eyes and stuff. So that's what I do. I wouldn't advise using different and then putting these kind of what we would call water-based ingredients over, because it can irritate you with different. For me, my skin flushes pink for a second and then it just dies down and it's fine. The final step in all of this is a really good moisturizer to seal it in. I got this yesterday actually, because I was freaking out and having like, I gotta get out of this house. So I went down to the local town, taking the necessary precautions, washing hands, etc., and wearing my endless supply of beautician's gloves that I got. And I bought this CeraVe, it's the lait hydrante. So, or lait hydrante, sorry, I'm mixing my French and my Spanish. So it's the balm hydrant, right? Sorry, balm hydrant. So I tried this and I just thought, oh, this is good. So I've been a little bit nasty to my skin. You know, sometimes you've got to be cruel to be kind. So I'm going to put a huge amount on, and almost like a mask to let it sit in. Now, for some people this may be a little bit too heavy, especially if you have asthma and things like this. There's no perfume in this. There is hyaluronic acid and ceramides in it. It may be a little bit, too much for you. But for me, as I said, tough as old boot skin, I'm going to leave that sit on. And now I'm going to remove my gloves. They too will go in the bin and be disposed of correctly. So that's microneedling for your skin. I can't say it's pain-free because it's not. It makes me sneeze a lot, makes my nose run. Whatever effect on you it'll have. But I will say one thing for it. It has really, my 11s, my lines across my forehead and my lines around my mouth were getting really shamefully bad. I was freaking out, and I had no knowledge of retinol or retin A or anything at that stage, and it was the only thing that stopped me looking like a dried out old prune. Not kidding, seriously. So be careful. As I said, start with a 0.3 needle. That's what I started with, and then I rapidly realised my skin is a lot denser, so it needed more. So be careful. Take your time, only go as far as you want to go. You don't have to push it. That's my microneedling routine. I use the pen for targeted areas, like here, and I use the rollers for everywhere else. As I said, I don't suffer too badly from wrinkles under the eyes or anything like that. So it really is the neck I target with the roller more, and then specifically with the pen I do my lines here, my 11s and my marionette lines. So that's it. I hope you found it helpful. You can put all sorts of goodies on your skin and it'll be really receptive. My favourites are vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and of course now my differin as well. And a lot of people would say to me, oh no, you shouldn't have put differin on first and then put and then put water-based ingredients over because it'll sting it. It doesn't really, but for anybody else right now starting out in retinoids or who doesn't have the tolerance I have, no, I wouldn't use differin when you microneedle. Absolutely not. I mean, if I got a tube of tretinoin tomorrow, I wouldn't put it on my face after microneedling. I would want to see how I am with that cream first. This is my beauty routine. What you should do, I think, is start with the lower, the smaller needles, the 0.3, maybe 0.5. Work your way up, get to know your skin, get to know how it reacts to microneedling, get to know if it's something that really works for you or something that causes more problems than it solves. And I would stick with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C, and then your regular moisturizer, whatever you're fancying. I just fancy trying the CeraVe. So whatever you fancy, I would stick absolutely, even without microneedling, to as many perfume-free products as you can get. There's just no need for perfume products. If you want to smell nice, spritz the room beforehand or light a scented candle or something. There's just no need for it. It causes more problems than it solves. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the microneedling. I'm pink. I'm just looking at myself like, oh God, I'm really pink. But that's what happens, and it's par for the course. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. The most important thing is subscribe, please, 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 please. Otherwise, I will not be able to continue making content because it's slide right down into obscurity. So thanks a million. Stay safe, everybody out there with this COVID-19 going around. I do believe China has reached its peak and is now, the cases are declining, and I believe 75 cases have been cured in China. So my friend is over in Japan at the moment. I think there's cases being cured there, and he's also said that there's no quarantine or nothing, that people are just going about their normal daily lives, and that the cases are in decline there as well. So it looks like this pandemic may have reached its peak at its origins. So hopefully we should arrive, we might have a crest of wave and then downwards. Unfortunately, it might have to go up a little bit before it goes down. But just stay safe, stay careful, stay healthy, and be beautiful. Bye.